Passion.
Yeah, passion.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because it plays out. You can tell when somebody has passion. Based on the type of work they do, how they carry themselves. Even if they're having a bad day, they're still teaching.
Right.
If they can be, but definitely passion is that word.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would look for when you're trying to hire somebody?
Pretty much just the overall personality, of that person. Everybody's gonna have a bad day, but you can still tell a pretty positive person even when they're having a bad day.
Right.
So definitely personality. They may not have the greatest work. I'd rather work with somebody who's just up and coming than to work with somebody who's been in the industry for 30 years and they have the worst attitude ever.
Right, right. No, I hear people say that you would actually prefer to have somebody that's somewhat new, so you can kind of train them to work the way you want them to work. Is that accurate?
It is accurate, in the sense that it's not just training them, but learning from them also. Because the industry changes every day, and you can learn something new every day. It's easier if you're the head of your company to have somebody new, because you really can't tell them what to do, in the sense of power. But for the overall experience of learning new things, I talk to high school kids all the time. I work with teenagers at my church, and it's so funny what you learn from them. How much they really, really know.
Yeah. Okay. So, good deal. Then, let's see. Going back to location, how would you compare the jobs in, say, LA and New York to jobs that you find in Orlando or Jacksonville or somewhere smaller than those huge cities?
Jacksonville is definitely a flop. I'm not even gonna go there. That's why I left.
Yeah.
Not just to go to wholesale, but just that's one of the reasons that I left. Just because there's really nothing happening in Jacksonville. New York and LA, it just depends on what you're into. On the music end, I would say New York. On the film end, definitely LA. And Atlanta and Miami they're really up and coming too, on the music side.
Okay. And what would you recommend as far as education? Would you recommend Wholesale? Would you recommend JU? What other steps?
When I got into the program at JU, the music business program, they actually had just started that program. And then when I got to Wholesale, it was almost like they had just started the master's program in entertainment business. So I kind of jumped in there when they were still forming the program. And I think they've really, really grown. Definitely Wholesale, if you can afford it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you can afford it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the big thing. But you really, really get a lot of interesting opportunities. And even if you graduate, it's still, they keep in contact with you if you keep in contact with them. At the same time, you meet a lot of really cool people. I met Shaq.
Oh, wow.
I met Oprah's boyfriend, Stedman.
Huh. Did you meet George Clinton yet? I know he goes up there a lot too.
No, I haven't.
You haven't? I know he does a lot with the school.
He's in Jackson. He's actually in Jacksonville a lot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He plays at the Freebird, I think, up there.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the name up there. All right. So, Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So let's see. And then I guess, do you have any other advice you would give to anybody trying to get in? We got, keep working real hard and up your passion as much as you can to get a job. Is there anything else you would say to somebody?
Pretty much the entertainment industry, it's for everybody, but it's not for anybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna be straight up and be honest, because I had different aspirations. I'm a pilot also.
Okay.
And that was another step that I was going to take as a career, but I was like, well, no. But my passion it's not flying. My passion is entertainment, and music. they're playing in the subways.
Right. Okay.
So that's their passion to actually still be. So I look at people like that, who they never really made it, or they made it once upon a time and then they fell off the chart, but they're still doing what they love.
Okay. Well, I guess since you brought up flying, I know that is another hobby or interest of yours. How would you compare communication between the two? Is it similar? Is it different?
Well, the communication is important all around. The language is just different. That's all.
Okay.
The specifications of the particular job, or the credentials that you have, definitely different. When you think about communication, in order to be a pilot, you can't be a deaf pilot, or you can't be a mute pilot, because you have to speak.
Right.
So it's definitely an important thing.
Okay.
Especially when you're up there in the air with lots of other machines just like yours. I call them machines, but yeah, they're dangerous.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I just enjoy being able. Flying is going to be more than just a hobby for me once I actually make it, because I'll be able to fly myself from Orlando to Atlanta, or to New York, or to
there you go.
Miami.
Okay, so that's actually going to help you further your communication after you're done with everything. Okay, very cool. And one more question: if you could work for any of the entertainment industry companies, who would you choose and why?
That's a really hard question. Because I don't know, because really, instead of actually just jumping out there, I work for my church. My church has a record label as well, and in addition to me forming my own company, there isn't really just one answer, because they're all great companies. I would just suggest you finding the best one for you that fits you, that fits your personality. I've heard people talk about Atlantic Records. I've heard people talk about Universal, and I've worked with a few people from Universal, because my pastor, who's also a recording artist, he has a distribution deal with Universal.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's all about finding where you fit in.
Right.
That's pretty much how it goes.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to interview with me. Yeah, and thank you for teaching me a little bit more than what I already knew, and I hope to pass that knowledge around.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, keep in touch.
Definitely will. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, bye.